Xbox presented a Spring Edition partner preview showcase to show and tell some tasty third-party treats to keep all of us gamers busy for a while. This showcase provided a healthy 30 minutes of back-to-back trailers of mostly first-hand looks of upcoming titles between 2026 and 2027. Unfortunately, not too many release dates were provided during this show, just for the most part just announcing their release years. But we were provided a very nice, surprising shadow drop of a game's demo that's available to play right now as you're watching this. Now, more on that title in just a few moments. Now, we're not going to deep dive into every little announced game title that was shown today. That would take up way too much of everyone's time. We'll briefly discuss what I felt were the 3 most impactful trailers of this showcase and close off with my final thoughts on what was shown and what was not shown, as well as close this video with an honest grade for presentation. And we'll begin with a first-hand look into this very interesting title we've first laid eyes upon, Stranger Than Heaven. This game, developed by Ryugataku Studios and produced by Sega, shows some very interesting resemblance to their most popular and most successful top crime story game meets reality soap opera, the Yakuza series. It surely does look very Yakuza-like, with strong roots set in Japan. Officially announced through the likes of this trailer, players will be experiencing 5 separate periodic time frame eras of the 1900s Japan that span between 1915 through 1965. If this game is detailed enough to show industrial growth between the ages, we could very well be in for a very robust story to show the many innovative advancements of early Japanese culture and technology. As usual, with many past Yakuza games, expect a lot of cinematic cutscenes throughout the entire length of the game, just like all the cinematics within this game's trailer. So sit back, grab your best drink, grab your favorite snacks along with your controller, and enjoy the next exciting installment within the Yakuza universe. So Stranger Than Heaven shall release on Xbox consoles along with Xbox PC, the Xbox Cloud, Steam PC, along with PlayStation 5. It shall also release day one into Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and support the Xbox Play Anywhere initiative. So moving on to my second pick for most impactful would be The Expanse, Osiris Reborn from Owlcat Games, a third-person over-the-shoulder, cinematic-looking sci-fi adventure title set in the far reaches of space. At the moment, we're a little unsure on what this story is all about, but based on the shared trailer, there's multiple factions to encounter and unruly monsters to deal bullets to. The in-game cinematics remind me a lot of, say, Mass Effect meets Dead Space, which is a great thing to be compared to, in my honest opinion. The footage shown here looks to be displaying branching story paths for players to take and make their own adventures come alive. And with the freedom to go almost anywhere within this game's universe, I'm sure that my gameplay will more likely play different from all of you. And that's a great thing. We can play and share and compare. Not a bad game if you ask me. I like these odds. How about yourself? The Expanse, Osiris Reborn, aims for a spring 2027 launch window for Xbox Series consoles along with Xbox PC, Xbox Cloud, and also launches day one into Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And not to forget, it shall support the Xbox Play Anywhere initiative. And lastly, we have our third impactful title that interests me the most. 5 Vic Studios' Artificial Detective. This intriguing gumshoe sci-fi detective story involves players taking the role of a self-appointed, fully animatronic android detective, or perhaps a cyborg detective, it's kind of hard to tell, who's attempting to solve a worldwide mystery as to why all the humans have suddenly disappeared off the planet. It would appear that the players also play some sort of guardian or babysitter to what looks to be a human child female, but we're unsure if she's actually considered human or animatronic. Time will tell when we actually play through this game. From the look of this trailer, though, some sort of macroscopic, not micro, but macroscopic, robotic, infectious nanite beings can and will infect, plus reanimate some deactivated android robots littered all across the path of the city. Players will infiltrate and battle against multiple varied, reanimated foes that show nothing but destructive aggression towards each player. The game's city-like environments may pay homage to, say, the likes of Cyberpunk 2077 or even iRobot to some degree, but the gameplay looks and plays as a third-person cinematic detective story with possible cover shooting mechanics and melee attacks. But I do believe we are all loving what we're seeing so far, and we surely want to see more. So Artificial Detective aims for a 2027 release window for the Xbox Series consoles, as well as Xbox on PC, Xbox Cloud, Steam OS, and lastly, the PlayStation 5. And not to forget, Artificial Detective shall also support the Xbox Play Anywhere Initiative program. And there you have things. 3 of my personal choices for game of the show. Any which one of these titles could take that coveted title and could win its Game of the Showcase award, but I'll leave that up to everyone else's personal preference of choice. I myself can't just make one singular game my Game of the Showcase. And as mentioned earlier before, Team Xbox surprised all viewers with a shadow drop, which I'm here to mention again, of a newly released demo of the title called The Eternal Life of Goldman. This awesome looking 2D side-scrolling action game is a game demo available to download right here, right now. So waste no time. I would like to inject, however, that my only disappointment with this third-party showcase was no reconfirmation for the most current release date of Sad Cat Studios' Replace. It was originally stated for March the 12th and was recently pushed back again to April the 14th. Will it finally meet its street date? Well, I guess we're all going to find out together in 3 weeks' time. Let's make it happen, Sad Cat Studios. We're ready and waiting for you. But overall, this showcase was a solid showing of third-party titles only. As expected, this showcase did not and has not implied to show any sort of first-party titles, and none made an appearance today in any way, shape, or form. But that's okay. We'll have the June showcase to rely on for any one of those first-party arsenals to flex their guns. But if I were to rate this showcase with an honest opinion, no biasness allowed here, I'm going to have to say this is an honest, solid 8 out of 10 grade showing. No major nukes were dropped today, but this was far from a disappointing showcase. This was actually pretty good. And with the overall number of day one titles to enter within Game Pass, our subscribers shall have plenty to play for months and months to come with no extra time to spare. But as the old saying goes, if it's important to you, one makes the time, especially when it comes to all our dimes. And with that being said, I am Musical Weapon. Come back again. We'll do this again.